Let's bring in Masha Gessen now. They're a staff writer at The New Yorker and author of Surviving Autocracy. Masha, good to have you with us. So first of all, what are you expecting from this meeting? I know you've said recently that the relations between the U.S. and Russia are at an all-time low right now. So what are the odds this summit changes that even in the slightest?
The odds are not high that the summit changes this because, these two negotiators, if you can call them that, are really working at cross purposes. I think President Biden is, first of all, a legitimate president, a good faith actor, and I think is genuinely interested in at least ensuring that the relationship doesn't get worse and doesn't become more dangerous for the United States. Putin is interested only in the fact of the summit. Yes.
Oh, no, continue. Sorry.
Sorry. Putin is interested only in and Putin is not a legitimate president, and Putin is not a good faith actor. He is a murderer and a dictator who maintains power by rigging elections and suppressing the opposition. And he already gets what he wants out of the summit by the very fact of the summit, by being treated as a potential partner, as a negotiating partner at least, by being called a worthy adversary. All of this flatters him. So they're already coming and talking at cross purposes. Putin is not interested in coming out of this with any results. Biden is.
Now, we know that President Biden initially reached out to President Putin for this summit. Does that have any impact at all on the power dynamics for their face-to-face?
I don't think so, because the power dynamics, would have shifted had Biden made the summit conditional. Had he, for example, agreed to meet with the president of Ukraine, a country a third of which is occupied by Russia, before meeting with Putin, these would have been signs to Putin that Biden is coming in with, with a strong stance. I don't think we're seeing that now. We're hearing a lot of tough talk, but actually, I fear that that Biden is, as a sort of the American idiom and instinct, wants to come out of this with so-called deliverables, right? And these are dangerous. These are dangerous because, again, he's talking to a bad faith actor. Anything that is not immediately verifiable is going to be a lie. So the only thing that could really be verified is that ambassadors return and maybe visa issuance resumes, right? Anything else, Putin is going to lie to Biden. But also the things that Biden seems to be willing to compromise on are things that make those of us who are Russians living in exile, who are in the opposition, incredibly scared. One of them is Biden basically walking back sanctions on Nord Stream 2, a pipeline that will solidify European energy dependency on Russia, and that is a financial lifeline for Russia. The United States has softened its position on this pipeline. And the other thing that Biden has mentioned is a possible mutual extradition agreement where people who are under indictment in the United States for cyber attacks on the United States wants them extradited, and Biden has expressed willingness to extradite people who have, in Russia's opinion, committed crimes against Russia. And that was just, you could almost hear the collective gasp of horror on the part of the literally hundreds of Russian dissidents who are living abroad.
You mentioned deliverables. What would you like to see President Biden get out of this? Is there anything you could think he can get out of this?
Because he's dealing with somebody who lies, with somebody who will violate every agreement, I think the only thing that we can view as a positive is returning ambassadors to both countries and resuming issuing visas. At this point, functionally, neither Americans can go to Russia nor Russians can come to the United States. And that is something that affects not the Russian state. Clearly, we see the Russian elite traveling freely. It affects the Russian people. I think that is something that actually could be positive for a lot of people. It's not going to significantly improve relations between the two countries, but I don't think that's on the agenda.
All right, Masha, thank you so much for your expertise this morning. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.